it's not ideal. I think that's fair to say. But look, what this was a pilot. It was us trying to come up with a system that meant that if somebody came to the UK illegally via a small boat crossing, a way people should not be coming to the UK, whether they're a refugee or not, then we could set up a system where they were sent back to France. We had more genuine refugees coming through safe and legal routes and safe and legal processes while that was happening. That is the system that works, and it's the only way we're going to stop the small boats from happening, and we need to do whatever it takes in order to ensure we create a system where that happens. Now, we started off with a smaller pilot scheme because we wanted to work through the kinks and problems that were being faced along the way. Clearly, this is one of them, but it is only by creating that one in, one out system on a scale that means that somebody knows if they come here on a small boat, they'll be sent back to France. That's the only way we'll create a system where we can finally stop these awful small boat
It has to be a deterrent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? But people are going to look at this and go, well, he's virtually come straight back.
Well, the deterrent is if somebody lands on the UK shores illegally, they're sent back to France, and we need to reach a point. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but we need to reach a point where that happens.
Okay, Faisal?
This has been a huge mistake in so many ways. I mean, I think Starmer has invested so much political capital in this one issue. It's less than 50,000 people that come this way, and he's never going to win over the reform voters on this. They're always going to find some way to be critical on this point. And these sorts of things will happen continuously, and it'll be another way to say, what a mess. At the same time, the Labour base is angry that he is not actually standing up for Labour values, that he's actually doing cruel things and talking about immigration and asylum in a way that is not good for humanity. And I just think that he's walked into this really, and I think it's going to continue. There's no pleasing anyone on this.
I don't think, with respect, it's about winning over reform voters. I think it's about what's doing right for this country. Nor do I think it's anything to do with humanity. There is nothing humane at all about some of the most awful people on this planet shipping people, risking their lives over the English Channel. We should be proud of as a country to welcome refugees. We are, but that should happen through safe and legal routes, not these awful and dangerous crossings across the Channel. And this one in, one out policy is about creating those safe and legal routes whilst also stopping the small boats crossing. That is the right policy, that is the humane policy, and that's definitely the correct direction of travel, despite the kinks along the way.
Politicians have lied for a long time. This isn't just a Labour problem, but Labour lied just as others before them did about how they would stop the boats. It is incredibly difficult. Yeah. So don't believe Keir Starmer, don't believe people before him, and don't believe Nigel Farage that it's dead easy. It's very difficult. But the truth is, there's something significant you can do that will make a real impact, and that's offshore processing. If people are going to be taken away to Albania, Rwanda, or wherever else, they are infinitely less likely to come, especially